Hi everyone, my name is Vela and I'm a Yale graduate and I went to law school after that and now working as a lawyer in the city. I started this video because I've been working as a private tutor and I've also met with various students at different stages in my life and have spoken to them, and I think that a lot of people are really curious about how do you get into Ivy League colleges and how do you live your best life, so to speak. And I thought perhaps my conversation could motivate or inspire students to on their path to becoming adults, so to speak. I don't think anyone becomes an adult by choice, because we were born when we were born. That's not our choice, and as we go through life, we go through various stages of struggles, and sometimes it's hard, and we're told that we have to jump through different hoops like middle school, high school, colleges, and then what do you want to be when you grow up, and things like that. Personally speaking, when I was growing up, I didn't really know what I wanted to do or be. I think I come from a very traditional kind of Asian family. I think that my parents growing up thought it was really important for me to get the best education and go to the best schools, and so growing up, I think my biggest dream was literally going into an Ivy League college. So I think throughout, I worked really hard at school, which I could discuss at some point on how I studied and things like that. But ultimately speaking, I think that getting into Yale and then on to Columbia Law School was perhaps what I considered the greatest achievements of my life. And I think when I see high school students, and I've taught over the years at different places, some of them in the US, some of them in South Korea, some in Malaysia, and around the world, and also had the pleasure and opportunity of meet students in different walks in life, and I think that it's really hard as a teenager or even in your 20s to kind of figure out what is your goal in life, what is your dream in life. And not that I have figured out everything myself, but I think that once you have a goal or your dream, whatever that might be, for me that was getting into the best college possible and best education possible. And I think that a lot of change and what you can become as an individual really depends on education and your opportunity, and that's why I'm very passionate about this field in general. And I also think self-education is really important, your willingness to learn. But I think that my key message that I want to impart today is yourself as your individual and your growth, that does not stop once you reach a certain goal. People around me that doesn't really know me, or just look at my resume or whatever, think, oh, Vela, you have kind of succeeded in your short period of your life. You went to the best universities, you went to the best law schools, and then you have a good job and things like that. And I want to say that it never stops. You think once you achieve a certain goal in life, you think once you get a certain stage in life, you will be comfortable, or you would have achieved everything you wanted to achieve, but that's not how it works. I think that, you know, when people say, and I think part of that is just, you know, when your parents kind of say, oh, just get into good college and then you'll be set for the rest of your life. I think that's a myth, and I think that's, you know, kind of a hoax, so to speak. I think it's really important that you set, you know, small goals to yourself to motivate. So even when things are tough, you have sort of a light or a guide to push you through even along the difficult times. And, you know, while my resume on the outside may look great, that doesn't mean that I did not have a lot of personal struggles along the way, and fights that I have to go through. But I think I am starting this channel because, you know, the last few years of my life, I've been really thinking about what I want to do for the rest of my life, and what am I actually passionate about. And I think that, you know, one of my greatest personal heroes is Oprah Winfrey. And, you know, I've never met her. And, you know, I've watched a lot of her videos and her shows. And part of her message to the general public, who is struggling in life or who come from a background that's not privileged, or, you know, from hardships, is that anyone could really, if you keep at it, there is a door of opportunity open for people. And I think one of her quotes that I really like is, not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great, because your greatness is determined by service. And by service is that, you know, finding out what you're passionate about. And I could also talk about how to find your passion in life. But, you know, I think that greatness, that service, is really kind of comes from a place where you actually really want to help other people. I think that comes from, you know, your genuine desire to inspire and motivate other people to become their better selves. Because I think at the end of the day, I think everyone comes from the same place, which is that we all want to be fulfilled. I think we all want to really reach our potential and to be the best versions of ourselves. So I think my key message here is that, if you're at a stage in life where you're trying to get to your goals, and it's really hard, don't give up. I think it's also really important to keep things into perspective, which is that, you know, once you reach that one goal that you have in mind, you know, there will be more to come. So kind of think of it as a continual challenge and sort of your task in life, which is that you have to go through a certain number of challenges, and you will continue to do so, because life is, as people say, it is a marathon. And I hope that I will be able to provide certain kind of inspiration and motivation for people that need it, and also sort of a bounce back of different ideas and creativity, especially for young students and people who are trying to walk their new chapters in life, which is very exciting. So go you.